Hello there, Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Thank you so much for joining me here today. Let's tap into the energy around your connection and the person you're focused on and see what Spirit wants to reveal today. As always, keep what resonates with your heart and release anything that isn't meant for you. All right, Aries, let's get into your reading. All right, the energy coming through today is this, and I need you to hear every word of it. A conversation happened behind the scenes, and it changed the entire trajectory of what is heading your way. This person received a push from a close friend, and that push unlocked something they kept inside. The friend told them to stop overthinking it, to stop waiting around, and to just go for it. That conversation cracked open a door inside them, and now everything they buried is rushing to the surface. This person is no longer holding back, and they are preparing to tell you exactly how they feel. The words sat inside them for a long time, and now they finally have the nerve to speak. The seal has been broken, and there is no putting these emotions back into the container they occupied. The first card arriving is the Three of Cups, and it connects directly to the outside influence here. The Three of Cups confirms a friend played a pivotal role, and that encouragement shifted this entire situation. This was not random advice. This was a trusted voice that said exactly what needed to be said. The Three of Cups tells me the friend saw something genuine and called it out without any hesitation. That friend recognized what this person has been carrying and essentially gave them permission to stop pretending. What makes this powerful is that the encouragement did not come from desperation. It came from genuine observing. This card confirms the encouragement landed at the exact right moment, and absolutely none of it was forced. Now, the next card stepping in is the Knight of Wands, and it confirms bold energy building fast. The Knight of Wands does not tiptoe. It charges forward with passion and a refusal to stay quiet. This card confirms this person has crossed a threshold, and the hesitation that once defined them is dissolving. The Knight of Wands carries urgency and a fire behind their next move that will not dim. They are not approaching you with caution anymore. They are coming with raw honesty and full emotional exposure. The Knight of Wands tells me the buildup has reached its tipping point, and nothing can contain it. The Knight of Wands shows me a speech forming inside them, and it is very close to leaving. What this friend unlocked was not new feelings, it was the courage to finally act on old ones. Then we have the Two of Cups, and this card validates the genuine bond between you both. The Two of Cups confirms this connection is real, mutual, and carries a depth neither of you invented. This is not infatuation or fantasy. The Two of Cups only appears for authentic and earned emotional ties. The bond between you carries real weight, and the cards confirm what they feel is rooted in truth. The Two of Cups tells me the friend saw something between you that they tried hard to deny. That outside perspective cracked through the denial, and now the emotional floodgate has been opened from within. The Two of Cups does not validate half connections. It confirms a bond with substance on both sides. What connects you is not convenience. It is something the cards recognize as rare and spiritually significant. All three cards align on the same confirmation, and the energy behind this situation is entirely authentic. A friend spoke truth into this connection, and that truth became the catalyst for everything building now. This person is done wrestling with whether to tell you. They are preparing how to finally say it. Every card confirms the same truth. The push was real, the fire is lit, and the bond validated. What is building behind the scenes right now is a confession carrying years of unspoken emotional weight. The cards confirm this is real, the push was genuine, and what follows will reshape this connection. The courage that arrived through that friend was divinely timed, and it marks a clear turning point. This reading holds no hesitation, and every layer of it confirms that what is unfolding here is destined. Everything in this reading confirms that the silence between you has an expiration date, and it is close. This person was given the courage they lacked, and the only direction they see now is toward you. The potency of this spread is undeniable, layered and raw, and every card backs that without any question. The friend did what the universe required, and now the rest of this story belongs to you both. What is coming from this person was earned over time, and the cards want you to feel it.
So let us come in close today because what is happening on your side deserves full attention. You have been carrying a quiet anticipation lately, and part of you already senses that something is shifting. A nervousness sits in your chest, mixed with hope, and it has been building for quite a while. You are not sure what is coming, but your body feels it before your mind can name it. A restlessness has taken root in you, and it shows up when you check your phone, waiting. You catch yourself replaying old moments, wondering if the warmth you once felt still lives somewhere out there. That wondering is not weakness, it is your heart reminding you that something unfinished still holds your attention. The longing you carry was not chosen, it found you and planted itself where you cannot ignore. The first card is the Six of Cups, and it speaks directly to the nostalgia living inside you. The Six of Cups confirms you have been revisiting memories, and those memories are softer than you expected. You remember specific moments, the sound of laughter, the ease of a connection that did not require performance. Those memories visit you at unexpected hours, and each one leaves a gentle ache that lingers, without fading. The Six of Cups tells me you have been romanticizing what was, while questioning if it was real. That tension between memory and doubt is exhausting, and it has been occupying more energy than usual. What the Six of Cups reveals is that your emotional roots in this connection run deeper than admitted. You have tried to move past it, to redirect your focus, but something keeps pulling you back gently. The Six of Cups confirms that your attachment is not stubbornness, it is genuine emotional imprinting. Now, the next card arriving is the Hermit, and this reflects where you have been withdrawing emotionally. The Hermit confirms you have been spending more time alone lately, processing everything in silence and solitude. You pulled inward not because you gave up, but because the noise of the outside felt too heavy. The Hermit tells me you needed space to hear your own voice, separate from opinions and outside influence. That solitude gave you clarity on certain things, but it also amplified the loneliness sitting underneath it. You have been asking yourself hard questions in that quiet, and not all of the answers bring comfort. The Hermit reveals that part of you is searching for permission to feel what you already feel completely. You do not want to appear vulnerable, but the truth is your guard is heavier than it looks. The Hermit confirms you crave resolution, not just emotional relief, but a definitive knowing of where things stand. That craving sits in the background of every quiet evening, and it surfaces whenever the distractions fall away. You want to know if your patience was worth it, and that question deserves the answer, coming now. Your inner world has been louder than your outer one, and the Hermit confirms that is by design. Then we have the Page of Cups, And this card reflects a tenderness you have been protecting fiercely. The Page of Cups shows me a softness inside you that has not hardened, despite everything you endured. A part of you still believes in the beauty of this connection, even after all the distance. The Page of Cups confirms that your emotional openness is still intact, and that vulnerability is your strength. You have been guarding a quiet flame of hope inside your chest, and naming it feels too risky. Naming it feels dangerous, because if it turns out to be nothing, the disappointment would cut too deep. The Page of Cups tells me you have been daydreaming quietly, imagining conversations that have not happened yet. Those daydreams are not escapism. They are your heart rehearsing for something it believes is still possible. The Page of Cups confirms your emotional world is richer than anyone around you currently understands or sees. All three cards land on the same emotional truth, centering entirely on the depth of your inner world. The Six of Cups holds memory, the Hermit holds the questions, and the Page of Cups holds hope. You are standing in a space between letting go and leaning in, and neither direction feels fully safe. The cards confirm that what you feel is valid, earned, and far more layered than the surface reveals. You deserve a connection that matches the depth of what you give, and the cards recognize that fully. Your heart has been whispering for something to arrive, and the cards confirm that whisper is being answered. Come in close, because the cards are pulling back the curtain on what is happening inside this person. The weight of what they have been suppressing has become unbearable, and a crack has finally appeared. That conversation with their friend did not just nudge them, it dismantled the last wall they hid behind. They heard words that mirrored what they already knew, and hearing it out loud made denial impossible. This person has been terrified of their own feelings, and that fear kept them frozen for too long. The friend cut through every excuse they had built, and now there is nothing left to stand behind. What the cards reveal is a person on the edge of complete emotional surrender, and they know it. The first card is the Ten of Cups, confirming what this person wants with you is deeply real. The Ten of Cups does not arrive for temporary desire. It arrives when the vision is long-term. This person has been imagining a life alongside you, and those visions have intensified since that conversation. The Ten of Cups tells me they picture stability, warmth, and a partnership that feels like coming home. They see holidays together, ordinary mornings, and a rhythm of daily life that includes you at the center. That vision scares them, because wanting something that deeply means risking devastation if it falls apart. The Ten of Cups confirms their feelings are not casual, rooted in a future they built, mentally. Their friend saw this longing written across their face and refused to let them keep pretending otherwise. The Ten of Cups also reveals this person associates you with emotional safety, something they lack everywhere. You represent something they have searched for in every other direction, and nothing else has compared. Now, the next card stepping forward is the Strength card, and it reveals their inner battle right now. Strength confirms this person has been fighting themselves, wrestling between what they want and what pride demands. The Strength card tells me they are exhausted from performing indifference, when devotion is what they actually carry. Their composure has been a costume, and underneath it lives a tenderness that has been aching for release. Strength shows me they have been gathering their resolve quietly, preparing to lay themselves bare before you. The courage the friend ignited is merging with their own inner fire, and that combination is unstoppable. They are not preparing a casual check-in. They are preparing the most honest words ever spoken. Strength confirms this person has decided
that the risk of losing you outweighs the comfort of staying hidden. That decision did not come lightly. It arrived after countless nights of weighing what matters against ease. Then we have the Judgment card, and this reveals a spiritual reckoning happening deep within their conscience. Judgment confirms this person is experiencing a wake-up call, and the friend was the vessel for it. The Judgment card tells me they are reviewing every moment where they chose silence over honest expression. They see the pattern now, the repeated retreating, the self-sabotage, and they are disgusted by it. Judgment reveals this person has reached a breaking point, where living without telling you feels worse than rejection. The reckoning inside them is total, and it touches every part of how they have handled this connection. They are holding themselves accountable for the distance they created, and that accountability is new for them. The Judgment card confirms they are shedding an old version of themselves, one that prioritized protection over truth. The Ten of Cups, Strength, and the Judgment card all confirm the same transformation unfolding inside them. This person is being reborn emotionally, and the catalyst was a single honest conversation with a trusted friend. Their walls are not just cracking, they are collapsing, and what is emerging underneath is raw and real. The confession forming inside them is unlike anything they have ever attempted, and the cards confirm its sincerity. They are no longer the version of themselves that could walk away. That version has been permanently retired. Their whole being is oriented toward you now, and the gravity of that orientation cannot be overstated. What sits inside them now is not confusion, it is conviction, and every card confirms that shift. What is rising to the surface now is a declaration they have rehearsed in their chest for months. The cards leave no ambiguity about where they stand, and every layer points directly toward you.
Let us go into it because the action phase of this connection is moving faster than anticipated. The cards confirm this person is no longer preparing. They have crossed fully into execution mode now. The push from the friend eliminated the final barrier, and now tangible steps are being taken. A plan is forming on their end, and it involves direct contact that leaves zero room for doubt. They are not waiting for the perfect moment anymore. They are creating it with deliberate intention. The days of silence are numbered, and the shift from inaction to pursuit is already underway. What the cards show is a timeline that is compressed, urgent, and moving with undeniable momentum. The acceleration is visible across the entire spread, and the cards confirm nothing is slowing this down. The first card is the Ace of Wands, and it confirms a bold new initiative from their side. The Ace of Wands represents the spark of action, the very first step towards something they cannot undo. This card tells me they are taking an approach they have never tried, something entirely fresh. The Ace of Wands carries declaration energy, not a casual reach out, not a vague or timid hello. Whatever form this contact takes, it will be unmistakable in its purpose and impossible to misread. The Ace of Wands confirms the first move is imminent, and they have committed to making it happen. This is not a draft sitting in their notes. This is a decision with a date attached. The commitment behind their decision has solidified, and the Ace of Wands confirms there is no turning back. The Ace of Wands also tells me their energy has shifted from anxious circling to focused forward motion. They know exactly what they want to say, and the rehearsal phase has officially ended for good. The preparation phase is over,
and what replaces it is a clear and focused drive toward contact. The fire behind this move is genuine, and the Ace of Wands confirms it arrives with full conviction. Now, the next card arriving is the Six of Wands, and this signals visible and public declaration. The Six of Wands does not represent quiet gestures. It represents moves that are seen and acknowledged. What is about to unfold will not resemble anything that came before. This approach carries a new tone. This card confirms what this person does next will be noticed by people in both of your circles. The Six of Wands tells me their approach will carry a boldness that surprises even those closest. They are stepping out of hiding and into full visibility, and that transition is happening rapidly. The Six of Wands carries victory energy, confirming that this move lands with the impact they intend. This is not a half measure or a test. This is a full and committed pursuit of you. The Six of Wands confirms that success accompanies this move, and the energy behind it is unmistakably victorious. The Six of Wands paired with the Ace of Wands creates a powerful combination of initiation, then triumph. Their confidence is rising with every hour, and the encouragement from their friend continues to fuel that. The cards show me a sequence beginning with a message and escalating quickly into a real conversation. The Six of Wands confirms this person will not retreat after contact. They will press forward with certainty. Once they reach out, the momentum carries them beyond the initial words into deeper and honest territory. The pace of events will quicken once the first word is spoken, and nothing pauses after that contact. The Ace of Wands lit the match, and the Six of Wands confirms the flame catches and holds. Both cards together confirm that what is approaching you is not tentative, it is decisive and formed. The timeline is tight, the intention is locked, and the movement heading your way has already started. No version of this ends in continued silence, and the cards have made that point abundantly clear. What the cards make undeniably clear is that the trajectory of this connection has permanently shifted toward reunion. The action unfolding from their side carries weight, purpose, and a momentum that will shift things permanently. Every card in this spread confirms forward motion, and nothing about their next step will be quiet. The bridge between you is being rebuilt in real time, and the first plank has already been placed. Their pursuit of you is not a whim, it is a courageous act that the cards fully endorse. What is heading toward you was set into motion by truth, and it arrives with full force. Let us go ahead and dive into this because the hidden layer of this connection runs incredibly deep. What this person carries beneath the surface is a confession so heavy it has reshaped their entire world. They have never said these words to you, and the weight of holding them has become painful. The friend who pushed them saw fragments of this truth, but even they lack the full picture. What lives inside this person is not just attraction, it is emotional dependence they cannot shake loose. They have tried to dilute it, to rationalize it away, and every attempt has failed without exception. This person guards what they feel for you, the way others guard secrets that could unravel their identity. The confession sitting in their chest has its own pulse now, and it demands to be released. The first card is the Queen of Cups, revealing the depth of devotion they conceal from everyone. The Queen of Cups confirms this person nurtures feelings for you in private, like tending a hidden garden. They water this connection in silence, replaying your voice, your laughter, and the way you made them feel.
The Queen of Cups tells me they have memorized details about you that most people overlook entirely. They remember how you hold your phone, the rhythm of your speech, and the look in your eyes. Those details are sacred to them, stored in a place inside their mind nobody else can access. The Queen of Cups reveals they have spoken to you, in their imagination, more times than counted. The garden they cultivate in secret is lush, detailed, and entirely devoted to the memory of your presence. In those private conversations, they tell you everything: the longing, the regret, and the depth of their need. The Queen of Cups confirms they picture holding you, not with lust, but with tenderness that aches. They imagine resting in your presence without explanation, and that vision haunts their quiet hours constantly. What they crave is not physical closeness alone, it is the emotional asylum of being understood by you. The Queen of Cups shows me tears they have shed alone, over a bond they feared to claim. Those tears were not performative, they were the overflow of a love that had nowhere else to go. Every song that carries your frequency stops them cold, and they sit inside that stillness, unable to move. Their private mourning of this distance has been constant, and it has altered how they move through everything. Now, the next card arriving is the Tower, and this reveals the collapse happening behind their composure. The Tower confirms everything they built to contain these feelings has started crumbling from the inside out. The walls they constructed to appear unbothered are fracturing, and truth beneath is spilling out uncontrollably. The Tower tells me their denial has reached its structural limit, and the foundation of it is cracking. The structure of their denial was never built to hold this volume of emotion, and it is failing. They cannot maintain the facade any longer, and the push from their friend accelerated what was already crumbling. The Tower reveals their hidden confession is not just about wanting you, it is about needing you entirely. That need has become architectural, meaning their emotional stability depends on resolving what sits between you both. The Tower confirms they have lost sleep, lost focus, and lost the ability to pretend it away. Their secret is not a passing thought, it is a living presence that occupies every unguarded moment. The Tower tells me they fear what happens if they confess, and equally fear what happens if silent. That double bind has paralyzed them for months, and the collapse the Tower represents is the breaking point. The Queen of Cups and the Tower together reveal a love that outgrew its hiding place completely. Their deepest unspoken truth is that you are the standard they measure everything against, and nothing compares. They want to lay every guarded thought at your feet, and the fear of doing so torments them. The confession they owe you is not a sentence, it is an entire story written in silence. What lives beneath their silence is a cathedral of unspoken words, each one carved with your name. Every card confirms what they carry for you is consuming, authentic, and long past the point of hiding. The depth of what they conceal would overwhelm most people, yet they have carried it alone for months. Their silence was never absence, it was a love too vast for their courage to hold alone. Let us see what the cards are showing, because this final stretch ties everything together for you. The near future is clear, and the cards are not leaving any uncertainty about where this heads. The first card for what is ahead is the World, and this is the ultimate card of completion. The World confirms that a full cycle is closing, and what arrives next is resolution on every level. This card tells me the confession reaches you, and when it lands, it shifts the entire foundation. The World does not appear for incomplete stories. It arrives when every piece is finally falling into place. What is ahead is not partial, it is a full emotional reunion that honors the entire journey. The world confirms both of you have been moving toward this moment, even when it felt like distance. Every lesson, every silence, and every ache was preparation for the wholeness that is now approaching rapidly. The distance was not punishment, it was refinement, and the world confirms you both emerged ready for this. This card promises closure of the old pattern and the birth of something built on truth this time. The world also confirms that this reunion will feel earned because both of you have grown into it. Now, for the advice card, we have Temperance, and this guidance is essential for what comes next. Temperance asks you to approach the confession with balance, receiving it without rushing to any extreme response. This card advises you to hold space for their vulnerability, while also honoring your own emotional boundaries. Temperance tells me that patience will serve you far more than urgency in the moments that follow contact. Do not collapse into immediate forgiveness, and do not shut down either. Let the truth breathe between you. Temperance confirms that the balance you maintain in your response will determine the depth of what follows. Let the conversation unfold naturally, without forcing a resolution before the full truth has been spoken. Temperance reminds you that grace and discernment can coexist, and both will be needed in equal measure. This card says you already possess the wisdom to navigate this, so trust what rises from within you. Temperance also confirms that the connection ahead is sustainable, built not on impulse, but on earned emotional maturity. Now, let me bring this full circle, because the reading opened with a message that changed everything. Their friend told them to just do it, and that push cracked open everything they had been containing. That single conversation became the catalyst for a confession that has been building across months of silence. The encouragement was divinely timed, and the cards confirmed it activated a chain of events toward you. The Three of Cups confirmed the friend's role, and the Knight of Wands ignited bold pursuit. The Two of Cups validated the bond, and the Six of Cups honored the nostalgia living inside you. The Hermit reflected your solitary processing, and the Page of Cups revealed the tender hope you still protect. The Ten of Cups exposed their vision of a life with you, and Strength confirmed their internal battle. Judgment delivered the spiritual reckoning, and the Ace of Wands confirmed the first bold move being launched. The Six of Wands promised visible and triumphant pursuit, and the Queen of Cups uncovered their hidden devotion. The Tower revealed the collapse of their denial, and the world confirmed that reunion is the destination ahead. Temperance reminded you to meet the moment with balance, grace, and trust in your own inner knowing. Every card across all six parts confirmed the same unfolding, and not a single one contradicted the truth. This reading held a single thread from beginning to end, and that thread was the inevitability of reunion. The entirety of this reading pointed in one direction, and the cards want you to trust that completely. You are standing at the threshold of something that was always meant to arrive, and it is here. Everything you carried through the silence, the doubt, and the waiting has led you to this exact moment. You are deeply valued, profoundly missed, and the love heading your way is as real as it gets. The universe placed this reading before you today as confirmation that your patience was never wasted. What was built in silence is about to speak, and the cards confirm it will be heard completely. Thank you for being here with me today. I appreciate your presence and your trust so deeply.
If this resonated with you, hold it close to your heart and know the best is unfolding now. Everything you carried through the silence, the doubt, and the waiting has led you to this exact moment. You are deeply valued, profoundly missed, and the love heading your way is as real as it gets.